Well, guys, thank you for tuning in and pour one out. You guys are having a morning drink, right? Hopefully. Yeah, your morning whiskey or your morning, I guess, if you're one of the more fruity type of people out there. Pour a little bit of your sangria out for me, will ya? Actually, it's not for me. It's for New York. Some of you probably celebrating now. Look, we got a bunch of jokes in the in the intro of this video. Real talk, though. New York's gone, guys. Sad news. Can't believe this. Really, really unbelievable stuff. You may have seen this in the news. If not, you're going to see it right now.
Look at these incredible images. You can see the iconic Empire State Building shrouded in that orange haze.
Shrouded. Bro, I can't see anything. All I see is orange. For all I know, there could be an elephant behind that. Like, am I going to believe the news? I don't believe this guy. There's no Empire State Building there. What a bunch of nonsense. This probably isn't even New York.
And the rest of New York City's skyline looks like we're seeing it through an orange filter.
Notice how he said New York again, really trying to get you to believe it. I'm kind of kidding around, guys. This probably is, you know, the freaking thing there, but crazy stuff. Let's skip forward a little bit. Check this out.
Much of the Northeast is experiencing the worst air quality on record since 1999.
Wow. Be careful out there, guys. And thank you, Suzaku, for the tag, too. So we got a funny image here of the Diablo poster in New York, or one of the Diablo ads in New York. And, pretty fitting scenery. I was also sent this video. What is this? The sky is orange in New York. Climate change is real, and our environment matters. It looks pretty good there. I don't know, man. It's like, it looks fine.
So I'm in the state of New York right now, and if you haven't seen the news, forest fires in Canada are blowing smoke and
oh, we're just gonna blame the maple syrup people now for this. Okay, that's great. Wonderful job.
Ash down into New York and other surrounding states, and the sky is literally orange right now.
Really? Why did it change only when you panned up? This has to be fake.
Like, it's 2 p.m. and the sky looks like this all over.
Yeah, it usually only looks like that at 2 a.m. This is extremely bizarre.
All over New York City, the suburbs, everywhere across the state of New York. And it just goes to show you that our environment is important. And if we continue down this path of not caring about our environment, not caring about climate change, this will become the reality for a lot more people.
What is this dude even talking about? He's making it sound like the U.S. needs to create some sort of policy that will magically stop Canada from having wildfires. Now, what we can do is send aid to Canada to help them deal with their wildfires. If we can spare it without it, you know, being negative to us in any way, might be the right call. But again, he's making it sound like there's like policy we can do that's going to magically stop Canada from having wildfires. Like we can put a law in the US and it's going to put a magical barrier over Canada. And it's just an anti-fire barrier or something. Like, bro, what? That's the sort of nonsense that really just ultimately means give the government more money, give corrupt politicians more money. Speaking of which, apparently this dude is paid by the DNC. It's like literal propaganda account, apparently. I'm not trying to get political. I was just sent that clip and I thought it was all pretty funny. Particularly because I don't think people like him actually care about anything they say. I think they're just in it for the money. So like, I care about the environment and emissions. And I actually reported on this about 8 to 10 months ago when I was talking about how China actually offloads a lot of their pollution to the US, specifically the West Coast. A lot of their industry gets pollution sent across what are called westerly winds, and it ends up here on the West Coast, meaning that our policy for green energy doesn't end up helping us that much. It really just offsets the pollution we get from China. But is this DNC dude ever going to talk about China and the pollution that we have to deal with here? Don't think so. And that's an issue I have with politicians across the board, whether they're on the left or the right or whatever. A lot of the time they say one thing, but ultimately they just want money and a pension. Also, this is just messed up. Why am I the one who has to talk sense on this topic? I'm the one with blue hair and pronouns. I'm the one some people call like a femboy, although I refute that claim. But the point is, I should be the one who's allowed to act all crazy on Twitter. Why do I got to be the one to talk sense on this? This is not right. Also, while I refute the femboy claim, if I'm not looking that feminine in this video, keep in mind I'm not wearing any makeup at all, so cut me some slack, okay? But onto the important stuff. I wanted to end with like one more example of the smog. And Casey Neistat posted a video with pretty good footage of like a drone footage. Yeah, so let me show you that. Consider checking out the full video. New York City, the worst air quality on the planet is the title of his video. I'm just scrolling through a couple examples here at the very end. You can see like that alone is pretty crazy. Some more examples there. Oh, it almost sounded like I said s'more, which is pretty fitting for this video. If you didn't notice, by the way, I've made a lot of jokes in this video. Hopefully people get my sarcasm and stuff. Sometimes people don't, and I'm like, oh my gosh. People think I'm serious sometimes when I'm not. It's like kind of concerning. So yeah, if you're in New York City, hope you're staying safe. This air can't be good to be breathing in right now. And we'll leave it there. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing what you have to say about all of this stuff in the comments. And of course, in the next segment.